This is a geometric pattern that can be found on the Ben Youssef Madrasa in Marrakesh, Morocco, and it is this that we are going to create. So let's begin by deleting this left side, since that was used for the other construction, and all we need is this over here. Let's make it the same color to begin with, and I'm also going to move this more towards the center and display all the objects. Why? Because I want to actually make this a little bit bigger. This is a little bit more intricate and we have to zoom in. And I'll just take a second or two to get rid of all of these construction lines. So after a minute, I've cleared up all those construction lines and this is what we are left with. Now we have to make 4 arcs, one starting from here going this way, and then going this way, and so on. So it's actually 4 circles, but we are only taking 1/4 of each circle. So what we need is to have a circle whose center is here and the radius is this much. So let's first of all find out what the radius of this circle is by simply right-clicking it and selecting radius. And now to construct our circles, we can select all the centers and select this radius, go to construct, circles by centers and radius, and voila, there we have it. Now we have to make a circle that is centered in the middle, whose radius just touches each one of these 4 circles. So one way of doing that is constructing a temporary line segment through the diagonals by doing this, and now we select this center and this point and go to construct, circle by center and point, and there we have it. The next part is to just draw some line segments from here to there, and here downwards, and so on. And this just repeats going all the way around. It would be a good idea to hide this line since it was unnecessary and it was only drawn so that we can determine the radius of the center circle. That way we can get rid of one construction line as we proceed. Now we have to draw a number of parallel lines, so let's select the line tool. And the first parallel line will actually go from here heading down, which is parallel to this line, but we also have to draw another one from here going down to here. As you can tell, it's getting very close together and it's hard to see the points, which is why I zoomed in with this construction. And now just a couple horizontal lines. The first one going from here to here, and the second from here to here. We still have some more parallel lines to draw, so let's select this tool again. And this time, we'll draw one from here, going through here, and from here, going through here. Notice that we're intersecting the same point as before. So that's one more set, and now we have to draw a couple more parallel lines, and that's it for the parallel line section. This one belongs here and goes through this point, and the last one belongs here and goes through this point. Just by looking, I can tell there's something missing in the middle because this is not repeating properly. So by a closer look, I'm actually missing a couple lines that we'll add in now. So it's always a good idea to see if the repetition or the symmetry doesn't look proper and to take a deeper look and see if you can remedy that. So let's select this tool, and we need a line somewhere here. So if we look closely, we can tell this is not connected to this, and this is not connected to this. Now this looks a little bit better. Amazingly, I somehow managed to still miss connecting some lines, as if you look closely you'll see that not everything is exactly symmetric. For example, there's 1, 2, 3 lines coming out of this point, 1, 2, 3, but only 2 here. 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2 here. So let's try to remedy that and see what's natural. We'll select this one, and it looks as if it might have to go through there. And let's look for the other point, which is here. There's only 2 leaving there, only 2 leaving here, and that looks a little bit better. Almost immediately you can recognize that this looks a lot better and that there's no missing lines. Or let's at least hope so. I decided to not retape that and to leave those little mistakes in there just to show you how difficult this can really be, as it gets really confusing. Sometimes you just have to use your gut feeling, look at the diagram, and see that it makes some sense. So now continuing, we actually have to draw some line segments, some squares in fact. The first one will start from here and go all the way down here. And from here, this is going to go to this point, and from here up to this point, and there is our square. We can make the other one now by similarly just going the other way. As you can probably tell, I was being a little silent there and taking a little bit longer just to make sure that those diagrams are correct. We are still not done with the construction lines, but only 4 more lines and we're there. So let's select this line tool, and from here we're going to connect this point to this point, this point to this point, this point to this point, and last but not least, this point to this point. So there we have it, all the construction lines. And now for another difficult task, which will be to draw over this with what we only need. So now let's trace over portions of this to make our geometric pattern. Let's select the line segment tool, and we're going to begin at this top part. Let's change the color once again so we can see it. Let's make it black. And let's go over here, and we'll do this all the way around. Okay, and now we just have to join these by going through the center, and we're going to go up to here and so on. So there's the first part, and now we shall continue with the next. From here to here, up to here, and over to this side, and up there. And this pattern will similarly repeat on all the 4 corners, so I'll just fast forward to the next part. We are almost finished. There's just a few more lines to trace over. So let's select this tool, and we're going to go here, all the way down here. This joins back up with what we previously had, and this will just continue from here to here, and then all the way back out. And this just repeats a few times. So let's continue at this point, and go here, and that's that. And now from here to up here, and this goes all the way up here. As you can tell, it's kind of hard to see what's complete and what's not, but at the same time, you can see what's missing. So for example, there's something missing from this point, from here, all the way down to here. And it goes up there. If you look, you can see there's something missing from over here. So this goes down here, all the way to the bottom. And there seems to be just a little bit more missing. Here's one that's missing. It goes here, and this goes here. Now there still seems to be something missing here, so let's look for that. It's right here. And that looks good. So just from the look of it, it looks complete because this star is complete on the inside. And just taking a quick look around, it looks fine. So let's remove all the construction lines and see what we're left with. So this is what we have, and it's really quite beautiful. It's amazing how simple it looks, yet how complicated it was to make this. So I'm just going to copy and paste this a few times and make it a little smaller so we can see how it looks together. Here's the design when 6 of them are put together, and it's really quite beautiful when seen together like this. Once again though, I must emphasize that this was done with a pencil, a compass, and a ruler centuries ago when it was made. And it really is quite remarkable to think that people actually put the time and effort into making this. Having lived in Morocco, I've had the privilege of visiting the Ben Youssef Madrasa myself not too long ago. And now when I reflect back to my visit there, I have a completely different viewpoint of everything that I saw there. It was really quite amazing to know that scholars of the highest level learned and taught in that madrasa. But now to see this just brings it to a whole new level, which I'm hoping that you can get a glimpse of as well. I would like to conclude by revealing the hidden elements to this, because once again, there is more than what we see with the naked eye. There's the unseen portion of this all. And like the Islamic understanding, there's a lot of meaning here. There's the seen world and the unseen world. This is what goes into making that diagram. A really remarkable feat done some centuries ago. Thank you.